Hello, and welcome to Electra Fox. Today I'm going to be showing you the Sony Watchman. This was a revolution in the TV industry in that it was one of the first TVs to be truly pocket-sized. Sony realized early on that the cathode ray tube would not be very practical for making portable TVs and if you want to make them pocket-sized. So they put the electron gun facing upward, projecting the electrons onto this slanted screen. This allowed it to be much thinner and able to be fit in your pocket. Now, this is not the original version of the Sony Watchman. The original version came out in 1981. This version is from 1984, as you can see there, and that's the certification saying that it complies with the electronics rules of the time. If you go down here, you can see other information such as it was made in Japan and the serial number. It also displays the fact that it was tested by UL, which is Underwriters Laboratory, as you can see right there. This system also takes 4 AA batteries, as it's illustrated right there. If we pull this out here, this is the battery compartment. Now I'm not going to take this out, but this normally lifts up, and there's 2 here, and then 2 on the bottom, underneath of these, and they're both AA batteries. All 4 of them are AA batteries. Now, this has an unusual thing on it for TVs of today. If I flip this back around here, it's got what is known as a V-hold and contrast. Now, the contrast is for making the screen brighter or dimmer, and the V-hold is for positioning the screen so that you can get the full image onto the screen, and it's the other vertical and horizontal adjustments for the screen. Now if we look on the side here, I'll show you some of the dials and ports. This here is the volume, and this is the tuning, and this is the power button. Now for the volume, it has this really cool thing where if you move the volume up, you'll see the indicator moves up as well, letting you know what your volume is set at. And for the tuning, this supports both VHF and UHF. So VHF stands for very high frequency, and UHF stands for ultra high frequency. And you can see the Sony badging there. Move this back and forth to display the different channels that this can get. There's the name Watchman. It also has a mono speaker, not stereo. Now, as you'll notice, for a portable TV, this is actually quite thin. It may not be thin for today's standards, but it was crazy back then. Now it does have a video input, but it's got a rather odd thing here in that it's a headphone jack style plug, which makes it kind of unusual. I don't have anything to test this out with at the moment. Here's the band selector, UHF and VHF. If we go down here, you can see it has an earphone jack, and it has a external power. Now for the external power, it takes 6 volts. And it also says here, see instruction manual, probably telling you that if you put too much voltage in there, it'll fry your machine. Now back on the back here, you'll notice that it has a stand, which allows you to set your TV on an angle for better viewing angle. Now this has a really unusual thing with the antenna, and that the antenna folds into the top, and if you pull it out here, you can see that it will go back in, so that way it won't break off or possibly cause other damage to the antenna. So I am going to turn this on to show you. Now bear in mind, in 2008 they shut off the networking, or the ability to receive analog signals, because they no longer broadcast analog signals. I can't actually show you an actual channel anymore. However, I'll show you what it would have looked like, you know, what it looks like now. And so it works in the sense that it still works, it just can't receive signal anymore. And there's the snow on the screen because it can no longer receive signal. Let's see if I can... change the channel here. It's not really displaying anything. Ooh. Changed a little bit there. Let's set it to another frequency. As you can see, I'm not really getting much of anything on this. Not really getting much of anything on here. So, thank you very much for watching my review of the 1984 Sony Watchman. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you'll see more of my videos. You have a wonderful day.